Hey, Force Sensitives. I'm Darthan Magnus. Welcome back to my channel and my little workshop. I got something very special planned for you guys today. And you guys already saw the picture, so I'm not going to bother you with hiding what I got to show you. But, alright, I gotta explain some things to you guys as I go through this Saber Staff. Alright? So here we have it. As you guessed from the title, okay, this is the Brotherhood Saber Staff, okay? So Brotherhood meaning as in the Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance. I think I might actually name the title something a little different than Brotherhood, because there's been a lot of Brotherhoods throughout Star Wars Legends. So I'll probably just use like the acronym for the Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance. To describe the title for the video that you're watching, which the title's already on the video, so let's get into the actual Saber Staff. Yes, I know this is really long, alright, and it has some of my favorite lightsabers on here. Let's start from the bottom, we'll go to the middle, and then we will work our way up to the top, and then I'm going to explain to you guys why I think that this Saber Staff specifically would work really well for the Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance, and how the Brotherhood uses both sides of the Force, the light side and the dark side, but never to one too extreme. Okay, if you go too far to the dark side, you're out of balance. Go too far to the light side, you're out of balance. You want to stay right there, right around that middle section. Okay? Alright, so let's start. So, at the bottom, I have my Crimson Reaper. Okay? Now this actually is this is my favorite saber with sound. Okay? It's got a dark orange blade. Alright, let me shut it off real quick, so you guys can hear me. I used the quick disconnect, so this actually comes off if you want to use it as a kind of a Shoto. I mean, even though this thing is really long. But yeah, I thought it was pretty cool that this thing could come off at the end. That's the way I wanted it to be designed. And you can still hear the noise due to the, there we go, windows right in there. Because, you know, the sabers with sound, they have the speakers right back here. I think I might have shown you in another video. But let's continue working our way up. All right, so we got the other half of the quick disconnect. And then we have the Crimson Dominicide, which is my double-bladed lightsaber. Now, as you can see, the emitters have both been removed and replaced. One side with the quick disconnect, and the other side with my new Saber Staff connector. So that way you can still hear the sound coming off of my other saber with sound, okay, the Grand Master hilt, with its sentinel yellow blade. Sound comes in pretty clear. I love the Saber Staff connector. And I also like the fact that since this double-bladed lightsaber is here and these windows are open, when I turn this on, you can still see the yellow. As if there's like a blade in there. Alright? Because this is a stunt saber. The Crimson Dominicide doesn't have any sound. But there it is, okay? The Brotherhood's Saber Staff. Let's talk about why this makes the Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance Saber Staff a Saber Staff for the Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance. Yes, I worded that to where I would have to basically reverse my verbiage to complete the sentence. We're going and we're making things like rhyming like poetry. I like it. I like this video. Okay, so we're gonna start with the blade colors first. All right, starting from the bottom. Okay. Now you have a Sith-looking lightsaber design. All right, especially with that claw coming off, and then plus the dark orange blade. Okay. Now, orange is a misconception amongst Star Wars Legends, It actually, orange itself actually means that you have a deep understanding of the light and the dark side of the Force. And even though this is dark orange, okay, and this blade, the hilt itself is, I would say it'd be Sith in design. How rigid everything is, the engravings and everything. I'm going to get to the engravings here in a second. Here in the next minute, I mean. I just want to talk about the blade color itself. So, choosing a dark orange blade, I don't know, it seemed to go against the hilt design. It being kind of Sith in nature, but then you got like a dark orange blade, which means that you have a deep understanding of both the light side and the dark side of the Force. So it's almost like it's screwing with your mind a little bit, you know. Sith in design, but then you got a nice orange, dark orange blade. Okay, let's go on and talk about the Grand Master. Okay, so clearly this is like Jedi in design. Okay, and it has a yellow blade, Sentinel yellow. All right. Now, I always found it interesting because before Jedi Sentinels was really a thing, they were actually Jedi Shadows. Now, Jedi Shadows still exist, I believe, in the prequel era. Um, but I think that they're still called Sentinels. The people who guard the Jedi Temple, those would be like the Sentinels. But during the Old Republic, about, let's just say, after the Great Sith War, before the Mandalorian Wars, we have one of the best Jedi Shadow examples that I could give you, and that is Celeste Morn, who had a yellow bladed lightsaber. Okay? And she went around, and the job of the Jedi Shadow was to go around and search out dark side artifacts left over from the Great Hyperspace War of 5000 BBY, or any Darksiders in practice, and to either collect them, meaning the objects, or eliminate them, meaning the people, or bring them in if they can. But I always found that funny that Jedi Shadows have a much darker job than regular Jedi. And so I always found it weird that most Jedi Shadows have that yellow blade. Alright? So, here we have a Jedi lightsaber, but with a little darker meaning for its blade color. And then here we have a Sith-looking lightsaber with a more Jedi-like meaning blade color. Balance. Balance, okay? Love that. Oh, God. Never gonna get over that. And like I said, with the engravings, I love how this is opposite. How you see that there's more lines, straight lines, than there are circles. How everything is kind of just drawn perfect to a T. Kind of reminds me of Aurebesh. Which is like the language that, I think it's the main language of Star Wars. You guys look it up. Or, let's see how to spell it. Aurabesh. I could be wrong, but I think that's how you spell it. Look it up. Feel free to, okay? But I always found that that was pretty funny that this Sith design had a lot of straight lines and squares. I mean, there's a few circles in there, as you've seen, okay? And then we have the Jedi side, which is this golden color, okay? And it has all of these swirls in it, so just the complete opposite of those straight lines from the other side of the saber, making it also, you know, kind of like a balance. Straight lines on one side, nice and circly on one side, all right? And then in the middle, you know, we got the Crimson Dominicide, all right? Of course, this was modeled after the first double-bladed lightsaber that XR Kun made from designs that he had found in, I believe it was Naga Sadow's alchemical lab, that he found designs for a double-bladed lightsaber. Check in with Star Wars Brainbusters on that one, alright? He'll be able to tell you for sure. I am making, I'm just trying to go off of my memory, and you guys know I got short-term memory loss, so forgive me if I mistake any kind of information given. But what do you guys think of this Brotherhood Saber Staff? Alright, of course I'm going to mess around with it for a little bit, but both sides have a 16-inch blade. It's just that one side looks longer than the other, particularly this side up here. And that's because this blade goes in deeper into the hilt, and this one doesn't go as deep into the hilt. Alright, so I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to mess around with it just for a little bit, and then I will show you guys the Saber Staff again, and then I'm going to end the video. Okay? So that's it. Alright, so like before, I feel comfortable when I'm holding it almost like a single-bladed lightsaber. One hand is facing one way, the other hand is facing the other way. Okay? There's a nice balance, almost right in the center of where you would grab the hilt. Let's see if I can get a good two-finger balance on there. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. So let's see if I can start with doing this. Woohoo! Yeah! Oh! Suck it! Oh yeah, I forgot to turn this on. Oh, it's a little golden right there. I like that. Can't even tell it's a Saber Staff connector from far away. It just looks golden. One-handed, what up? Super hard to do. Muscles. I knew that was gonna happen. Throw a ceiling fan up there. Alright. Turn this back on. Oh, yeah, some yellow down there too. Give you guys a nice good look. Eternal Brotherhood of the Balance Saber Staff. Alright, shut this off. Love that sound. I think I like that sound even more than I like this sound. Oh, at the same time too. Oh, can I do the same thing? Shutting it off? Let me get that up to the camera so you guys can actually hear it. Ready, power on. Ah, at the same time. Power down. Oh, God, I love it. Yes! I love making these things. I love doing these projects, these lightsaber modification videos. So if you have any ideas for lightsaber mods, please feel free to hit me up and ask about it. I'll give you guys a video to watch where I break down all of my lightsabers, like take apart what I can take apart, and then I show you what I can't take apart. That way you guys can have a better idea of what I can and can't build. Alright? But, usually when I do those types of videos, as long as it's not something so long to where I can't like really move too much around in this enclosed space, if it's like a single-bladed saber, you know, and I'm able to get a good sequence going, I will add a sequence into the video. So after I'm done breaking down the lightsaber hilt, what I did to it, I will go right into showing you guys the sequence that I have planned. So that way you can see how the lightsaber works or it doesn't work for that sequence, okay? But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Darth and Magnus. May the Force be with you, and may that balance keep you, my friends. May it keep you. Okay? You guys take care. I will see you in the next video.